Greetings, human intellects of this world. Our journey begins in ancient Greece. We will observe how the human intellect thought about explanation or scientific explanation in your current terms, and explore how this intellect started to analyze thinking procedures that underlie the process of explaining phenomena in its world. Aristotle will be our first figure on this journey. Aristotle was a human in ancient Greece, who was born and died. Famous for his writings, that you fortunately acquired in some way. Among many subjects, he was the first to write down thinking patterns that are related to scientific inquiry. To start with, Aristotle conceived that scientific inquiry proceeds from observations to general principles and then back to observations. He claimed that the scientist should derive explanatory principles from phenomena and then deducing conclusions about them from premises that incorporate these principles. You named the technique of Aristotle as inductive-deductive technique, since it is using two fundamental cognitive processes that characterize your intellects, namely, induction and deduction. Aristotle thought that scientific inquiry begins with the recognition that certain events occur or that certain attributes coexist. Scientific explanation is attained only when claims about these occurrences or attributes are deduced from explanatory principles. Therefore, scientific explanation is a movement from knowledge of a fact, through observations, to knowledge of the causes for the fact. For instance, a scientist would do the following while using the inductive-deductive method to analyze a lunar eclipse. He starts by observing how the lunar surface gradually darkens. He then draws numerous general principles from these and other observations, including the fact that light travels in straight lines, opaque bodies cast shadows, and that certain arrangements of two opaque bodies near a luminous body cause one opaque body to be in the shadow of the other. He then draws a conclusion about the lunar eclipse from these general principles and the assumption that the Earth and Moon are opaque entities that, in this case, have the necessary geometric connection to the luminous Sun. He has advanced beyond merely knowing that the Moon's surface has grown darker, to comprehending why this occurred. But what is induction and what is deduction? I admire that you humans, from ancient times, have conceived such patterns of thought, and managed to subsequently substantially analyze how your intellect operates when comes into contact with your world. Now, induction and deduction are two fundamental cognitive processes that enabled your survival all this time, since with them you analyze, predict and manipulate your environment.